Hello and welcome to First Issues, a show looking at what else, the first issues of recent comics. I'm the Archivist, and let's dig into All New Invaders #1 from Marvel Comics. The issue is written by James Robinson and drawn by Steve Pogue, with coloring done by Guru EFX. This particular issue really only focuses in on John Hammond, the original Human Torch. How did he get to small-town America? No clue. But he's been living there and is a fine and dandy member of that there town. But all that changed when Big Barda here seems to attack. No, it's not actually Big Barda, but, well, that's all I'm going to say. So while being attacked by her, violently I might add, she shoots him with a memory ray to make him remember the day that the Nazis summoned Hela. Okay. Well, we get to see the original invaders in action. Bucky, Namor, Human Torch, and Major Liberty? Oh yeah, he was totally an invader. God, why can't he just die? Well, plus side, there's an opening for another World War II era propaganda character. So, the memo ray is apparently meant to learn where the device that was controlling Hela is, but Miss Tanalth the Pursuer, as she so calls herself, is still causing enough chaos to try and kill the Human Torch, and he's not going to help her, but then, as Hammond is about to be destroyed, a star-studded shield knocks her weapon back as Captain America and Bucky arrive. And that's the story in a nutshell. There's a prologue about the Kree in ancient Egypt, and there's a side slide to Namor at the very end, but those are definitely dealing with future issues. So, what do I think of it? Well, to start, the artwork is good. It isn't muddled or over-stylized like some Marvel comics are right now. The colors are spectacular, even if I feel that using your username as a work name is just weird to me. It's been something I've had to deal with, but James Robinson's writing's up to snuff, with the clear definition of who Jim Hammond is. Since he's probably the least known member of the Invaders right now, I'm still trying to figure out why Major Liberty was in this thing at all. I mean, he only appears to die. I do get the feeling that Robinson wanted a death and had plans for the other World War II invaders like Union Jack or Whizzer. That's really only a minor gripe, and it might have been explained back in Invaders Now, back in 2010. My only real problem comes down to the not Big Barda and how she's looking for the God-controlling device, but figured the best way to go about that is to attack and kill everyone, compared to, taking a gentle approach or trying to actually get answers. But it's a #1, so there needed to be an action beat to show off, the Human Torch and everything like that, though, Which leads me to my verdict. I think the title is going to go and do some great things, but I think that the best thing to do right now would be to wait a couple more issues so there's a actual meat to the story, or at least there's a real story going instead of just this prologue. It's definitely a book worth supporting when there's more of an understanding to where the book is going. So right now I would say read it on the shelf or just flip through it, get a feel of who John Hammond is without feeling disappointed in paying for it. And with that, I'm the Archivist. Next up is Deadly Class. So, Deadly Class #1 came out from Image, and, well, a homeless kid gets drafted into becoming an assassin. That's the premise of the series, and that's what the first issue basically sets up to. Yeah, this may be the quickest story recap I've ever done, but seriously though, we follow a homeless kid filled with all the late 80s angst that could only ever be kept in a journal. Then the mid-third is just him being chased by police and being saved by high school assassins. And then the last several pages is him joining the King's Dominion School of the Deadly Arts. Written by Rick Remender, I honestly had no clue how I was going to react to this comic. I don't particularly like Remender, but he's done some good things-ish. So it was really a tossed bag. But he gets good things, and other times he's bad, and this really does fall under his iffy projects. It's not a bad read. It's written well, and there's a clear narrative there. The problems come down to it feels so cliche. It's not even that I can feel the story has been used and overdone, but everything in all of the components are outdated. I wouldn't be surprised if the concept was something he found while going through old papers when he was an angsty teen from way back when. And similarly, Wes Craig's art feels suitably dated. It could just be me with time, but it feels very reminiscent of the indie Vertigo scene in the late 80s, early 90s. It's not going to be for everyone. I myself never really got into the over-inked, stylized look, but I can appreciate what they're going for. When it comes to a recommendation, I honestly just recommend flipping through it, and that's about it. Even just flipping through it, you'll get the story, and I honestly don't think I learned the lead character's name until I googled it. I could have missed it, but and with that, let's hop into the flashback first for this week. Superman, Wonder Woman, #1. Yeah, people aren't going to like me for this one. Written by Charles Soule with pencils by Tony S. Daniel. This is the parent comic, Superman and Wonder Woman, #1. The story boils down to Wonder Woman and Superman going to rescue people in the middle of a hurricane, which may or may not be tech made. While they're doing their hero thing, we keep flashing back to their civilian lives, and at the end, we get this nice squaring off between Wonder Woman and Doomsday. I'm not gonna. I know I'm gonna get hate for this, and I understand that, but I actually kind of like this issue. No, wait, chill. I'm not saying that it's a great issue. It's not. But honestly, the biggest thing wrong with it is that they keep flashing back every 2 pages. Yes, I may be hyperbolating there, and I'm making that a word, but and they're not scenes that are like character specific and need to be flashed back to. They are literally every flashback is a setup to why they're both in the hurricane. Now, I'm not saying that all flashback scenes were bad, but if all your story takes place in flashbacks and you can just rearrange the pages to make a flowing narrative, just keep it flowing in narrative. I get why they did it because, let's face it, no one wanted, no fan turned around and said, Superman and Wonder Woman? Yeah, let's get them an issue. Let's get them their own series. But I want to tell some great things. Like, the art in this is spectacular. However, I think it's Tomomori's colors that just bump the art to being above average. It's so if only for the art, I'd say give it a flip through. But honestly, read it because there is this really easy to miss dynamic between Superman and Wonder Woman in it that a lot of people flipping through just pissed off will miss. You got Wonder Woman bringing up how untrained Superman is and how their relationship could help him become a better warrior. And then you've got that juxtaposed with showing how Wonder Woman is at a loss during the rescues throughout the hurricane and how Superman is treating her like a partner without treating her like a partner. It's hard to explain. It's the difference between teamworks and partnerships. If that makes any sense, just read the damn thing. However, as most people have and will point out, this is a Superman Wonder Woman relationship book. It will not let you forget it at all. There's a lot of great scenes that start building, like Clark talking with his boss lady person about how they need a big story to get hits for the blog, but then, bam, goes to a random computer screen mid-scene just to show Supes and Wonder Woman making out. Yes, I get they're building for a story that broke recently. I think it's like #4 or #5. But, it just felt kind of awkward. And then we get this great scene of Diana training and talking when, bam, she has to break down and about how she doesn't like keeping her and Clark's relationship a secret. But, and with all its faults, I hesitate to say buy it. It isn't as bad as I thought, and apparently recently the whole them kissing subplot did come to pass, so maybe there's a decent meat of a story somewhere in there. Thanks for watching the first episode of First Issues. Like me, subscribe, comment below if you have anything you want to talk about, or catch my friends over at